Hey y'all, it's your buddy Cutter back again. We're going to do the video that I told you about when I was mounting the toolbox from the back of my truck onto the front of my open trailer. The video is about the axe that I was going to sharpen that's super dull, and I was going to show you all the sharpening tool that I use. I love this thing. This thing is incredible. It sharpens so much stuff for me and it's done a great job. So hopefully this will help somebody else and do a great job for them too if they pick one up. So let's get into it. So like I said, I've been using the heck out of this thing for years and it works great. It's got replaceable belts to it. It's called Work Sharp and it's a mechanical sharpener. You can see how these are the belts that go on it. This is super coarse for grinding stuff down to new. Then you have your medium, which gives it a good edge, and then what's on there now is a fine. I think it's like 2000 grit or something like that. And you press the trigger while you run the blade through each side on here. So being down like this is made for, actually you can see it right there, I think. Maybe not. One side's pocket knives, and when you raise it up it's for kitchen knives. I'm going to say pocket knives is also for tools. So when you raise it up, it changes the angle. When you change the angle on it, it gives it a sharper edge and a thinner edge. So right now we're going to start doing tools and we're going to have it down. So here's what we're going to end up sharpening today. We got two axes. This is the one that I told you was really dull. If you see that thing's rusted and dull as heck. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to shave my arm hair with it. By the time I'm done, it should be able to shave with it. And we're going to see how that works out. This is my trimming knife. I love this thing. I trim all my meat with it. My kitchen knife, chef knife. One of my bushcraft knives. I'm going to sharpen this up. And like I said, by the time I'm done with all these, I should be able to shave with every single one of them. What we're going to do is we're going to first start off with the coarse blade. And I'm going to use that on the axes. And once those two are done, I'll be able to move over to the medium belt and put a good edge on all of them, and then I'm going to go get a brand new fine belt. Now you can buy new belts in either assorted packs, the coarse, medium, and fine. What I started doing is buying them because I use the fine the most because they wear out the quickest. I've just been buying those. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing just the medium belts and just the fine belts because I have like 6 or 7 coarse belts from other replacement packs that I have and I barely go through them. So those things are, I'll be around forever, so I'm just going to buy the other 2 sets. But this is how you actually take the belt off and put a new one on. Now this thing is spring loaded, so you press down on it, take the belt off, and it goes through these 2 wheels here. And there you go, it's off. And you can see how shiny that thing is. The thing's shot. So like I said, we're going to start off with the coarse one. The same thing, put it back on, you put through the wheels. It's usually a lot easier than this one. I'm trying not to hit the camera with my arm. But you go through, and same thing, push this down, put it over the wheel. Sometimes you might have to adjust it a little bit at the bottom, like so, get it on the wheel, and then hit the trigger. Now you know it's not going anywhere. So I said, we're down, upper kitchen, down pocket knife and tools. So we're going to start with that one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do 8 passes on each side. And I'm going to do them relatively slow because I want to make sure that I get down to a good metal and put a good starting edge on it for my medium course. Alright, look at that. I still could do a little more on this side here. I think I'm going to give it a couple more passes and try to get the rest of that off. Alright, she's looking good now. I'm gonna do a couple of passes with the other axe, not as much as this one because it's actually a lot sharper, but I just do want to give it a good edge after. You can see this one has a pretty decent edge on it, but it does have a little chip in there and I want to grind that out. We're good now. So now that we're good on this and the other axe, I'm going to switch to the medium and go 8 passes each, but I'm going to do it this time on every single knife, not just the axes. If it's off a little bit, sometimes you just hit the trigger and it'll pull it right onto the wheels. Alright, the axes are going to chew this paper up pretty good, so I'm actually going to start with the knives this time, and then I'll do the axes last. You can tell this thing has been sharpened a lot, many times. It probably used to be like this long back in the day when I first got it, but she's been hanging in there for me. I'm gonna go do Old Faithful here first. This thing was in such bad shape I had to do a couple more passes to get it decent. And like I said, you can see that there's still a little bit down here at the bottom I need to get off, but the other side's looking pretty good. Still could do a couple more passes because like I said, this thing was so beat up and so dull, but it's taking a good edge now. So I'm going to try to clean all this stuff up with this. Alright, it's much better. You can hear that. It's getting sharp now. Run this through a few more times, and then we're going to switch to the fine. That axe is sharp, boy, I'll tell you what. But, oh, start to see you can shave with it a little bit. Wait till I'm finally done. See the difference between a chewed up belt and a new belt. It's not really chewed up, but it's used. See how shiny? I don't know if the camera's picking up how shiny it is. But that means that thing has been put to the test. Now I'm going to take the old coarse belt or medium belt off and put the fine one on. Alright, we're ready with the fine belt. This is going to be the final pass that we put these through. And like I said, I should be able to shave off like I'm using a razor blade on my arm when I'm done with these. This time I'm only going to do 5 passes on each side, and I'm going to do them slower than I had been doing them before. see. It will shave. That one's sharp like a razor. Clean me up real good. Alright, you saw I did a lot slower on that one, but I'm going to end up speeding these up so you can watch it and it'll go a lot quicker. Alright, let's see if it's sharp enough to shave with. We're running out of places. Yep. Hey Bailey, I think I can shave my butt hair with these.
Nice.
Now off to the chef's knife. Alright, I gotta remember to push this back down for the axes, the tools. And let's see if we can shave with this one. I'm gonna have a smooth butt. Hey, nobody likes hairy ass. Look at that. I'll probably shave my whole body with these things. Look. Yeah. Alright, now you see all of these are sharp enough to shave with off this machine. Now the true test is, can I get these axes sharp enough to do the same thing? I left the majority of hair on my arm to see if I could actually get a good amount of shaving done with these axes. We're going to start with the one that already had a little bit of an edge on it, because the one that I really am interested to see if I can get to shave my arm with is this old one that was all busted and screwed up and chipped out and everything like that. So we're going to do this one last. Wow, that's pretty. Oh my goodness. No, we're actually going to save this one for last. Like I said, I'm interested to see if I can get this one to shave with. Alright, I did a few extra passes on this one because of what kind of shape it was when I first started, and it feels actually really sharp just by running my thumb over the edge. Alright, moment of truth. Can I shave with a old rusted out axe that I sharpened? It will shave. Look at that. Well, I could do a few more passes and sharpen up even more, which I'm probably going to do. But as of now, it will shave. That's crazy. Let's shave with an axe. Let's give it a few more, see what happens. All right. So that's about as good as I'm gonna get without changing this belt out, because like I told you before, you can see when it gets all shiny that basically it's pretty much worn, and this one's getting shiny. You can see it by there, but running 2 axes and 3 knives through it, usually it'll probably just about wear up a belt. Let's see if it works any better. Shave my arm. You can shave with it. Look at that. That's crazy. I can actually shave with my axe. All right. Now before my arm's completely bald, I want to see what this one will do, because I didn't put as much fine sharpening on as I did the other one. I'm running out of area. Oh snap. Wow. That's incredible. Look at that. See, this one had a much better edge on it before I started, but man, that thing has shaved like nothing. Holy crap. That's insane. So for about $120, I think is what I paid for the sharpening machine, and that was, it's got to be at least 5 years ago, and it still runs strong. You saw me burn through 2 axes and 5 knives in probably less than 30 minutes, and one of those axes was pretty bad shape, rusted, no edge to it, and you know, if I wasn't doing the video, I probably could have got through them a lot quicker. So it's definitely worth to me because I have a lot of knives and stuff that I sharpen, so it's definitely worth it. So like I said, the Work Sharp knife sharpener does an incredible job. If you guys ever need to go and get yourself one to sharpen some knives, I highly recommend it. Maybe I'll find some other stuff to sharpen. I think I have a couple of machetes, and maybe I'll do another video, see how well it does on when you have to do a really long pull of like a 18 to 24 inch machete, because those are a little more difficult to sharpen than just doing short strokes like these knives and axes and stuff like that. So next time we'll do some machetes and see how that works. Until then, we'll see y'all soon.